All right, Marv.P.
What's up? What's up, man?
Welcome to VCTV.
Thank you for having me.
All right, so first, let me tell you how I got introduced to you.
Okay.
It was about 2 years ago. I was randomly scrolling through Instagram, and I ran into a snippet of your "Bless My Soul" video. I don't know who page I seen it on. I don't know if it was your page or not. I just happened to see it, and I tapped into your music on iTunes, and then I was like, oh. He actually rapping like you know what I mean? Like, this is dope. So I just kind of stayed up on what you were doing, and then shit, like, now we here.
Hey.
All right, let's get it going. So what's your real name? If you don't feel comfortable saying your real name, how did you come up with the musical name Marv.P?
Oh yeah, it's actually my name.
So it's Marv.
My name is Marvin.
Marvin.
Yeah.
I figured that. All right.
And P stands for Parker.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's kind of just like I don't know. I just thought it was clever. I don't want to say it was clever. It was just more genuine to use your real name.
Okay.
I've had other names that I'll never disclose, but
I was ready to ask you what was your other names?
Nah, it was horrible, man. It's like horrible. Everybody has like these horrible rap names. It's like that you start off with. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then you be like, man, I'm not about to be known as that my whole life. Mm-hmm. Imagine that. You know what I'm saying? Like imagine, well, people like that are in the industry like Blueface. Like,
right.
You really want to be known by that your whole life?
Blueface. He could be 30 or like 35.
Yeah,
Blueface.
Like Lil Yachty. Like, I would just rather my actual name.
I think Lil Yachty dropped a little, right? Or no?
Maybe. I don't. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But like, imagine you pick that name and it works, and then you're stuck with it as I mean, you could change it, but
it's a lot of work.
It's not many people that actually succeed in changing it.
Right. Trying to think, like, who's had like a crazy rap name that changed it?
Well, Young Berg had. He was Young Berg, and then he turned to Hitmaker.
Right.
His rebranding was very well.
It's crazy.
You didn't even know it was the same person almost.
I didn't. Yeah. I didn't. When they was talking about Hitmaker this, Hitmaker that, I said, yo, dude like Young Berg. Like, and I was like, oh, that's the same dude.
Yeah.
Right.
So like, it's not many people. Of course, you got Diddy. He done changed his 100 times.
Puff. Yeah. Love. Yeah.
It's very few that succeed at changing it.
Right. How old are you?
28.
28. All right. So I'm assuming you're from Norfolk, right?
Yes.
All right. What's your sign?
Like Zodiac?
Zodiac.
Cancer.
All right. What's your earliest memory in life that you can remember?
Okay.
Yeah, a little different.
Earliest memory. Well, I mean, the earliest times I remember, I can't remember like an exact memory, but Lafayette Boulevard. That's where that was like one of the first places I lived. So like Lafayette Boulevard in the 90s.
Okay. All right. Let's fast forward to high school. What high school did you go to?
Norview.
All right. But that's the Commodores?
Oh, no.
No. That's Maury. That's Maury.
Yeah, Pilots.
I'm tripping. All right, Pilots.
Norview
You got
Pilots,
Granby as the Granby's the Comets. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So, what kind of student / teenager were you in high school?
An interesting one. I was like the kid that's like, I was literally in the middle. Like, I had mad friends who was popular. I had mad people that just was regulars. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I was kind of like this guy that just was in the middle.
Right. Like, you was cool with like all.
Yeah, I really rocked both. I played football. You know what I'm saying? I was in like chorus and stuff. Back then, it was like if you was in chorus and you could sing, then like, you know what I'm saying? The girls like you.
Yeah. If
you play football, you know what I'm saying? You got friends like the popular friends.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I did that and ran track. So I was fairly popular. I wasn't like I don't know, I just wasn't into a lot of dumb stuff, but it comes with the neighborhood.
Right.
I grew up by Wellington Oaks, in that part of my life. So
okay. Definitely
outside. A lot to get into. Never was the type to get in trouble, like getting caught. Yeah, we would do some stuff, but you know what I'm saying, not getting caught doing too much.
Right.
Yeah, so but just outside type of kid, like.
Okay. You said you did track, right?
Yeah, I ran cross country.
Really? Mm-hmm. Cross country?
Yeah.
What was your events?
No, cross country. So the cross country, it's like 3.2 per race.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Dang, cross country.
Yeah, so I did that.
So you was in shape.
Yeah, I was like, man, I was small. I was like 150. Like,
dang.
Yeah, and I mean, when you're in Norfolk, that's all you got to do is like work out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you in school, you got gym, you got, you know what I'm saying, whatever, weightlifting or whatever.
Yeah.
You probably play a sport, so you go to practice afterwards. After practice, you go home, drop the bags off, and you hit the basketball court. That's where everybody hang out at. Y'all ball till the sun go down. You know, so it's like,
you just repeat.
Yeah, growing up in Norfolk is like, you very active. Well, this generation is different. I don't think they're as active, but
they be on their phones. They be in the crib playing the game.
Yeah, so we didn't really have. I'm 28, so you had phones, but you weren't like on your phone, like with social media. That wasn't really a huge thing.
Okay. At what point? As you know, all right. So after graduating high school, right? Mm-hmm. Paint the picture for me. As a newly graduate. What were your options, like career-wise, job-wise, and just ways to support yourself?
Yeah, I didn't want to go to college. College was a no.
Why?
I thought college was a scam. Still do. Cause it's like, and I knew I wasn't a school type of kid. I didn't care about school. I got good grades because. You gotta get grades to live in your mama house. You know what I'm saying? Like, my mama ain't accept D's and E's. So, C's, A's, and B's it was. But I knew that I didn't like school when it was free. So,
why would you pay for it?
I wasn't interested in paying for it. And then, two, I was just focused on trying to get some money. Like, I wanted some money. Like, school didn't make sense to me to, like, be broke for another 4 years. So, I was interested in, like, how could I get some money?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That was my situation at the time, too. Was just trying to, like, I'm trying to get some money, do what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? I ain't really trying to do no college thing.
Yeah.
And because it's not promised. Like, yeah, they say it's great you go to college, you get a degree. But, yeah, most people ain't on a full ride. So, like, you thousands and thousands of dollars in debt.
So, what was your options, though? Like, all right, so you said college was a no-go.
Yeah, I didn't want to go to college.
All right, so what was your other options in front of you that you was like, all right, it's either this, or this?
Work.
Okay.
It was work or figure it out. And, you know, just growing up in Norfolk, it's a lot going on around you. So it's a lot you really can get into. Mm-hmm. But if you're just trying to go the legal way, then work. So that was my agenda. It's like, I knew enough people taking their routes. You know what I'm saying? I've seen that close hand growing up. Just like, you know, people doing their thing and making their ends meet how they do. And I knew just like, I didn't want that for myself. So I was like, I'll try this legal way out and go get a job and work.
All right, what was your first job you got?
Not a crazy one. My first job ever, I was actually like 15. Like, the moment I was eligible to get a job.
Okay.
I was like, I had a job. Because I had created a little business when I was a kid. It was like a grass cut business. I had like 2 neighborhoods on lock. So it was like I had money flow from like 9, 10 years old. Like,
that's all right.
Yeah, like, if you familiar with Northview, I had like Wellington Oaks on lock. I had the Avenues on lock. And all the way up from from the high school to Walmart.
Dang.
It's like I had customers. So it was like on the weekends you go out there, I cut probably 10, 12 yards a day. It's not, I don't really got to knock on doors. I'm going straight to the people I know that need it.
How did you get that idea to start that? Was it like something just instilled in you to get out there and get it, or was you just like, shit, I'm trying? I just buy stuff, so I need some money.
Yeah, I just always wanted money. You know what I'm saying? My people's, I ain't grew up with like money. You know what I'm saying? My people's having like mad money. So it was like always the idea to get it. And my friend circle, like, that's why I said, like, a lot of kids were just out doing dumb stuff. We was trying to figure out ways to make money. So we was like, how can we get them new J's that come out? How can we get that? We need money. So boom. You know what I'm saying? I'm not finna just go keep asking Mom Dukes for like, oh, I want this. She got enough problems. You know what I'm saying? She got enough problems. So that was the jank. And I used to cut like my neighbor's yard. Okay. So it started off with me cutting like 1 or 2 of my neighbors. It's like, yo, when you cut the grass, you know what I'm saying, I'll throw you some money just to cut mine too. So it started off like that. And then like one summer I was just heavy knocking on the doors. Yeah. Like everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So then you get your little clientele, you know. Of course people move, people come. So But eventually, it was like the next summer, I ain't even had to knock on doors. It was just like I go back to the same houses and everything. So yeah, and then I could afford anything I want. But that was like the agenda. Is always to get some money, better the situation. Like,
okay, that's solid. That's solid. All right, so going back to high school for a second. You said you was in chorus, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so at what point did you realize like I got some musical gifts? Like I'm talented a little bit. You know, I can hold a note. I can sing a little bit.
At what point did I like it?
What point did you realize you had the talent in you? At what point did you say, "Oh, I like doing this"?
That was middle school. I discovered an interest in music in elementary. I had got kicked out of class one day in elementary school, and they make you sit in the auditorium. They was doing like this little music Christmas play, and it was like the xylophone thingy. You bang on the bells. Yeah. So I thought that was cool. At that point, I ain't really I was trying to be cool in elementary school, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You just trying to, you know what I'm saying? So I ain't really rock with that, but I did take interest in it. So in the middle school, I got into like chorus and everything.
Okay.
I always could sing. In middle school is where I really learned how to use it.
How'd you learn how to use it?
I mean, you got teachers. I had a teacher.
Okay.
This old white dude, Mr. Broadbent, crazy dude, but he was very talented at what he do.
Right.
And like shaping a gift, you know what I'm saying? So,
wait, so was this like individual classes, or this is like just a full?
No, this course, yeah.
Okay.
Because
I never took a chorus class growing up.
The crazy part is my voice was ridiculous high. Like my talking voice was like pretty normal, but like it was weird. Like even in middle school, I like the boys would be over there. And then, you know, okay, you got the baritones, which in middle school, nobody's really a baritone. You just boys.
Yeah.
Like, so the boys are over there, then the altos and the sopranos. And I was like in the mix of all the girls. So that's when I started liking chorus. It's like,
right.
I could just sit over here and
be with the girls all day.
Yeah, flirt and chill with them all day. So that was like something I took interest in then, mainly because of that. But then it was like, this is actually cool.
Okay.
And people like you a lot more when you're good. So
right.
It was a thing to shape.
Okay. All right. So you figured it out in elementary school, and you started liking it in elementary school too?
No, I started liking it in middle school.
You started liking it in middle school. Okay. And
high school, you just keep it going.
You just keep it going. All right. So.
But high school, I do want to say I had one of the most incredible teachers. I could say that though. I've been fortunate to have like incredible teachers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When it comes to music, I had in high school I had a teacher named Miss Roby. Incredible teacher.
What made her incredible?
Her knowledge for one. Her ability to like, it's like church. You know, you go to church and it's like in the choir, what it behind like 40 people that cannot sing.
Right.
And for some way, somehow, this director gets them to be able to sound like something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like that, and then like she really pushed you when once she sees it in you, it's like she really pushed to like learn it. This is how you do this. This is how you do this, and really like shaped and got like us good. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And it was people in there that couldn't sing it down, but you would have never knew.
Okay.
So really just her patience, her knowledge, and I think it helped that she loved her job because she made us like it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Enough to like learn it and then want to do it. So.
Okay. All right. So we done talked about singing in elementary school, singing in middle school, and you say you was in the chorus in high school.
Yep.
At what point did rap come into play? Putting the words together and flowing.
I had cousins and my oldest brother rapped. Never seriously, I don't think. Well, when they was probably teenagers, yeah. But like as in like my life, they were not serious. They just could. So that's when I was like really introduced to like rap. It's just listening. And then I tried it, but I would say when it was my freshman year, and I credit a lady named Miss Campbell. She's a 9th grade creative writing and English teacher at Norview. And we started studying poetry and the Romeo and Juliet and all of that type stuff. We did Tupac lyrics and stuff like that. Her knowledge on like Pac was extensive. You know what I'm saying? So that just was like cool. So I just took interest in it then and started writing on my own. A lot of people didn't know I rapped until like junior year. So that's when I started like rapping in front of people. You rap with your homeboys.
Right.
More public, I would say, with it. People, and it was cool. Like, it was a cool thing to do. We used to battle in, like, the cafeteria. Like, security had a microphone. It'd be funny.
For
They'd
real?
be like, yeah, man, so-and-so said.
They just let y'all battle, like, in the cafeteria?
Yeah, it wasn't like a full-fledged, like, smack battle. But, like,
right.
he'll let this dude rap. And then, of course, everybody know you rap, so everybody look at you.
Like, what you gonna do? Like,
it started off singing, actually, because, like, this one dude, he was, like, new. And this dude, security guard, Puff, would, like, walk around with the mic, you know what I'm saying? He let dudes sing. So then everybody know the singers, and it was just like, I was, like, one of the only singers in lunch that day. So they're like, how you gonna act? Like, you know what I'm saying? So you sing something, then it's like that. And then one day, this guy, like, rapped. And then everybody, it was almost like everybody was like, nah, my boy gonna wash you up. Like, you know what I'm saying? They just hyped it. And I rapped. And that was, like, one of the earliest stages. It was like, okay, now I got to get good at this.
Right.
Because, I mean, I was pretty, in my opinion, I've always been pretty, like, better than the average at that, because I just took pride in, like, I'm like, I ain't going outside. I got a good taste for what's good and what's whack. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it was like that, but yeah.
Okay, so, all right, so, would you consider yourself a rapper, or do you just say, I'm an artist?
I started out saying just rapper because even when I started creating my own music, I wasn't really singing too much.
Okay.
Like, people who knew me from that point in my life knew I sang and didn't rap. Then it turned to more people knowing I rap and less people actually know I sing. So when it was more so like that. But I just label myself an artist, man, because of what I like to do is, like, so much more broad than just rapping.
Yeah. You
know what I'm saying? Then even to this day, I'm still fortunate to be around extremely talented individuals like Calvin Mirage, like Richard Love, aka Testimony. You know what I'm saying? Like, these guys are like renaissance man at what they do, and the instrumentation and the production and their craft. So it kind of makes you be more than a rapper.
Right.
Because it's like, you would put yourself in a box to be around these incredibly talented people and just rap.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So.
Right. Question. Y'all two got a tape together, or?
Yeah, so Calvin Mirage is, like, responsible for, like, 99% of my sound.
Okay.
99% of everything you've heard is produced by Calvin Mirage.
Got you.
And that 1% is literally, like, what one or two songs slip through the cracks. Like,
okay.
Literally, like Big Fella, Got Away. What else? It's Big Fella, Got Away. The intro that Jalik has. Too Much to Say. And Free Game. So 4 songs out of my entire catalog is just not by him. Everything else is.
Wow. Okay.
So all the variation in sound, style, like, genre is literally him pushing the limits.
Was that done on purpose, or was you just like, hey, we work well together, so let's just keep it going?
Yeah, when we met, we actually won't pose to work together.
Really?
Yeah, he was actually working with Testimony.
Okay.
But you know what I'm saying? Everybody take a break, and then everybody, like, goes and take a break, and then we just up there just chilling. So we started cooking up, like, we was just working.
Yeah.
And then we developed, like, good chemistry right out the gate. So that's just been a thing literally since then. What was that, like 2015? 2014?
About 14.
Yeah, right. So since then, like, the chemistry was just crazy, and we worked, like, all the time.
Okay.
So.
All right, okay. Are you an independent artist?
Yes.
How do you distribute your music?
The major platforms.
I'm saying, like, is it like DistroKid? Like, how do you get it out there?
I use what works best for the project.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, I've used CD Baby, I've used DistroKid, I've used the TuneCore, I used, a few different things. But it really, like, what works best. I started off using TuneCore. Then I didn't like their payment structure of how much they receive versus how much you receive. I've used DistroKid because of, like, it's very lenient with time until release.
Right.
Like, you can release very fast. I've used, like, each one of them got its pros and its cons, so I just kind of use them as I need.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got you. Okay. Have you been offered any record deals as of yet? It could be big or small.
Conversations, yes, has definitely happened. No ink has ever touched the paper.
Got you.
No ink has ever touched the paper. And that's solely because of like where me and the people on my team and what they do and what I do want to take this. You know what I'm saying? What we trying to do is it wouldn't benefit us to make horrible mistakes like that early,
right?
Or giving away too much rights and you know what I'm saying,
right?
Creative control and things like that.
Yeah,
a lot goes into that people don't talk about. You know what I'm saying? And then like on the money aspect of it, I mean I could use some more money and I would love more money, but I'm not hurting for money, and that's a lot of times where those decisions are made.
Out of desperation.
People get in these situations out of desperation, and then before you know it, you done signed something that wasn't nowhere near beneficial for you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So nothing has ever been inked. A lot of things talk, but I just think it totals up to I wouldn't say I would be a hard person to sign, but it would be a lot of negotiating because it's a lot that I can do on my own.
Right.
It is things that being signed, depending on who you're signed to, would benefit. I would benefit from, as in like the machine part of things. But we record. We got our own studios. You know what I'm saying? We team up with people that I think are talented and they think are talented videography wise.
Yeah.
All the production is in house, so I won't say I don't need anybody, but why fix something that ain't broke?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Why pay you to do something that my friend could do? And he's actually, in my opinion, more talented than the people you're going to refer.
Right, right.
You know what I'm saying? Why record in your fancy studios? We got our fancy studios.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're just going to overcharge me. We're not probably going to use the equipment.
Right.
Calvin is still probably going to pull up with all his equipment. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and if that ever became a thing, it's like not going to happen how they envision it.
Okay.
The money's going right back into the people that helped me grow this. So.
Okay. All right. Let's get into some records a little bit.
Okay.
Get into the music. All right. So let's talk about. I was talking to you before off mic on this. Bless My Soul.
Okay.
How did that record come about?
In Atlanta. Help me out, Kyle. It was in Atlanta. It was for a show.
Yeah, we had a show.
A mentor.
You made the song for a show.
No. We was down there to do a show.
Okay.
For a mentor of ours. And you know what I'm saying, we just there, but our work ethic's crazy, so we're always working. Like they're literally what he was setting up.
Yeah, they was setting up a show. And, we were just chilling in the section.
And we started working.
I put out my laptop. I started cooking up the track. Before you know it, he stepped away to write the song. Came back out. I was like, I'm done.
And so y'all made it right then and there.
Yeah, a lot of our stuff is like done in a moment.
Okay.
Not in a moment as in time, but like in person.
But I'm saying like right then and there, you pulled the laptop out and y'all recorded it right there.
No, we didn't record. We had a soft record there. Like we'll record for reference.
Oh, okay.
But like the song will be done. Like we could like shoot if we had 2 hours sitting here, we could come up with something.
Y'all can make something happen.
Yeah, it's definitely going. We made like two or three shake while we sitting here. So it happens like that. Yeah, so we was, you know what I'm saying. They was setting up for the show. We was just chilling, waiting, because we was going. I had Big Fella out at the time, and that was the one I was gonna open a show with. So we was chilling, and then it happens like that. Okay,
let's talk about the video. I think the video is dope. First, who directed it?
So the director is Lachlan McLennan.
Okay.
He's a super talented director and videographer from out here, and he goes to school at NYU. And he has a team, and like his brother Rourke McLennan, and the team that they have in place that they do videos. And came to me. I knew the younger brother first, Rourke. Incredible talent, photography wise and music wise. So I knew him, and then he introduced me to his brother that wanted to work on something that's not like a natural music video. I've never shot like, in my opinion, a music video that everybody else would shoot. Like you just stand in front of the camera and rap. That's never been my thing. Like most of my music tells stories, and I kind of like videos that get super creative with like telling a story on some movie type stuff. Like that's the type of stuff I like to do. So
Granby Street's a dope one too.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. That was shot by Mark Cotton.
Okay.
And it's similar. Like I like videographers that are more cinematic. They have a more film type of touch to their work. So that's why it meshed really well. And it's kind of like the song itself is so detailed. It kind of gives you the video. You know what I'm saying? You just need someone extremely talented and with a vision enough to bring it to life. And that's what he was able to do.
Okay. Let's talk about Bel Air. Bel Air is one of my personal favorites.
Okay.
I play that song and I feel luxurious a little bit. You know, the song's called Bel Air. But just like the
shout out. That's actually my favorite one of my favorite drinks. So
for real?
We'll plug that, yeah. Right. Hopefully I can get a Bel Air sponsorship one day, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, look at DM Ross.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Ross help me out. You know what I'm saying? Let's make that happen, so that'd be cool.
Yeah. I play that song when I'm about to like get ready to slide out somewhere like or something like that. So where were you when you made that one?
Where was we, Calvin?
It was a Collie Avenue.
Oh yeah, because we couldn't get the record right for the longest. Matter of fact, we recorded it. At Radio Ready, right? And you produced it, and I started recording it that day too. And then the crazy part about that record, we had half of the record done for so long, and we had the whole record like both verses written, but I could not get the second verse to sound like the first verse, and I don't know what it was. It was just like the energy, I guess. Certain things just do it all at once. You know what I'm saying? And for whatever reason, we wasn't able to do it all at once. So, it took us a little bit of time, not too much time, but we got that record right.
Hard to recreate that energy.
Yeah, it's super hard. Once you come on, the energy, he in the room blacking out production wise, you know what I'm saying? He just blacking. Yeah. And he create this crazy jank. Yeah. And then you cook up a crazy verse.
Right.
And the energy is high, and you record it in that energy and in that space. And then you leave and you come back to record the rest of it. And it's like, I should have just did it while I was here. Right.
All right, let's talk about Uglass.
Yeah.
Uglass.
Uglass.
I think that was probably within the first 10 songs I heard of you. And when I heard about it, I was like, oh, this is real life. You know, this is real life. So we'll talk about, well, one, how real is that song?
What on a
concept wise, like.
Yeah, it's definitely real. It really come from jokes. I think me and the team, we played too much sometimes. But that song was actually a whole nother song for like years, and I did not want to put the song out.
Why?
I had Big Fella, and Big Fella became like a stigma. Of
you didn't want to become like
this jokey comedian,
a caricature, like
like rapper. Like
I got you.
Then you end up in
that jokey joke lane.
Yeah, and it's like I actually like in music and. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like to do this on a serious level. So, but because Big Fella surprised us, you know what I'm saying? So, it's just crazy how crazy some of them work when you just joking. Like that came from a joke though. The joke is actually like, it was just funny. Like we was all joking, and it just flowed out. You know what I'm saying? But like we had that production for about 2 years, almost 2 years before I actually. Did Uglass? It was a whole nother record.
Yeah, that song Basquiat.
You said Basquiat?
Yeah.
What
Pinstrip.
Yeah. Okay. It had a few names.
Okay.
Yeah, a few hooks, a few names, few hooks, and then after rewriting it, probably for the fourth time, it became Uglass.
Okay. All right. Let's talk about the end of the record, Drunk Text. It's a voicemail of a guy calling your phone, asking you what happened between you and this girl. Has that happened before? It's like, was that real?
That's a real voicemail.
Oh,
that's a real voicemail.
That's crazy.
And I say that to say,
cause that really happens in real life.
Yeah, in real life, and as much as like girls will always say dudes are not honest.
Mm-hmm.
It just came from a situation where this young lady, she wasn't honest with, I guess, her relationship status.
Yeah.
So when I met her, we made it to a point where that was never mentioned, and we should have never made it to that point.
You should have never
without that being mentioned. You know what I'm saying?
Fact.
So then the next day it's like I found out, and I'm like,
dude went outside though.
Yeah,
You can't believe in the voicemails on dude's phone.
Yeah, and I'm an artist, and I'm definitely using it.
Do you know if it got back to him?
I'm pretty sure he's heard it.
That's crazy.
Because what I'm saying? Well,
Are you worried about ever getting like sued for that?
Sued?
Yeah.
You left me a voicemail. I don't even think I can get sued for that.
I'm about to say I don't know the laws about that. But
you can't. You literally left me a voicemail.
Right. Okay.
So it's literally on my phone. It's my property, right?
You got a point.
So, and you called my phone. It
you
ain't like
his phone.
Yeah, it ain't like
he called your phone. So yeah.
Yeah, and you left it on my phone. So
okay.
You just set yourself up for that one. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely did.
I've used a few voicemails. On the song "Too Much to Say," I've used a voicemail of a dude who was playing both sides of the fence. He was talking.
Oh
crazy.
Yeah, he was like, yeah, it's all love though. It's all love.
Yeah, he was talking crazy. I don't do that. Like,
yeah, I know exactly what song you're talking about.
I got people that are willing to go the extra mile. You know, saying for me. So like, I need you to be exactly who you is, whether you dislike me or like me.
Yeah, dude was like, yeah, man, help you win though,
And it's crazy. And I included that in the song.
Yeah.
Only because that's not what he was saying on social media.
Right.
So like on social media, he made this like big old hoorah about like, you know what I'm saying, his dislike for me. For you know what I'm saying.
Was this around like the versus time?
Yeah.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah. He wanted
you and him was going back and forth, right?
Yeah. He wanted to do a versus.
Yeah.
In my opinion, I told the team, I do not think. And
qualified.
Still do not think. Well, he definitely wasn't qualified. He was far from qualified.
Right.
I didn't even know him. Like, I still don't know him.
Mm-hmm.
But it's people. This sounds crazy, but like, I really, to this day, I do not know. Yeah. He contacted me like, "Yo, I can't be touched" or something like I'm whatever on the versus level.
Yeah.
And he wanted to do a versus against me, and I was like, I still honestly do not feel that anyone. It's somebody here maybe, and it's people that are qualified, but I have a catalog. You know what I'm saying? Like, and whether everybody's like aware of what I have or not aware, mm-hmm. I'm telling you, I got some pressure. So I know there's not too many people that can really just sit and do that. You know what I'm saying? And it not be biased, like, and it be really genuine, like.
Yeah.
It's not. And then if I don't know you, why even do that? What's the point?
I got a good versus for you. I think in about maybe 2-3 years, I think you and Doms.
Al Doms.
That's
my guy. I would do that. I like Al Doms.
Yeah.
I actually knew, and that's crazy. I really respect that. I knew Al Doms when I was in high school. He actually used to ball. Mm-hmm. I think he balled for Granby.
Yep.
Yeah, but a lot of the ballers and stuff used to ball at Norview, like at the courts and stuff. That's how I initially met him. But yeah, definitely.
I think that'd be a good one.
And definitely has a very crazy catalog.
Yes, mixtapes.
Yeah.
Album.
Definitely, yeah. Al Doms is crazy. It's a few people out here. See, like, that's a qualified person that's like takes this craft seriously, has records.
Yeah.
He got records that I like. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like some of his music. It's people out here that's like that. Then there's people out here that's not.
Yeah.
At all. And the crazy part, it don't be the people that have the catalogs. It don't be the people that's like that. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It be the people that's not qualified to even be in the conversation. Right. It's like, bro, you ain't got no projects out. What work have you done to even like do this?
Yeah.
And those be the ones.
They don't be thinking about that though.
And the crazy part is like with that dude to like touch on that situation, I don't have nothing to lose or gain.
Right.
I don't know you, and then I listened to like maybe like the first 15 seconds of like 2 songs, and I was like, oh yeah, you definitely don't belong. Because it's like, what are you gonna play that will even be in comparison to what I play quality wise, content wise?
Right? Yeah.
Like, come on. So yeah, he wanted to do it. So I told him.
That was a funny day.
It's a price to that.
Yeah.
I'm not playing, and this is crazy because this is before Versus was even really doing that.
Right.
I'm like, bro, all right, let's make it an event.
Mm-hmm.
You want to do it? Let's get a locations. You bring your DJ, I bring my DJ. We play these records.
Like, bro, I'm trying to put that money up.
Yeah, and he won't try to do it. And I was like, he was like obsessed over the part that I was charging him for it.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I'm charging you because we're gonna do this at this venue. You're definitely gonna pay me because like I have no reason to do this.
Yeah.
So if anything, it's more promotion for you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
right.
Yeah, he was just he disliked that boy. But then he got on social media, was talking that one way and
going crazy,
going another way in the messages, and I don't know who you are.
That's funny. I did not know that was him though. That's funny to
put it together. Used it. I used it because I thought it was funny, and you sent me a voicemail. So if you are anybody out there, don't ever send an artist a voicemail or a voice recorder.
Yeah.
And at least if you do, don't let it be good because they're going to use it.
That's a fact. And got away from the tape From the Heart 1, you said, "Mama raised me dolo, so I never seen love. No father figure, so I grew a mean mug." Deep line. Break that down to me.
I'm actually impressed. I like that question. I definitely like that question. I grew up in a single parent household. My mom, you know what I'm saying, and that line basically says people that have like high hopes and optimistic viewpoints on love and marriage and relationships usually come from homes with both parents.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When you've witnessed it, when you've seen your father love your mother love your father, you become more optimistic to be like, wow, that could actually happen for me.
Right.
Because like you've seen it firsthand. You know what I'm saying? My mother was a single mother. I didn't have that. You know what I'm saying? So when you don't have it unconsciously, it creates that. You're used to what you grew with. You know what I'm saying? Not to say that you're not optimistic, like, but it's more far-fetched than it is for a person that grew up with like two parents in the household. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
because in that same song, you I think it's the same song. You was like, you know, my homeboy just had a kid, and I'm not jealous of him. I just envy the look in his eyes. Yeah,
it's like the look of love. Like he gets to experience what that feels like.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And as much as all of us play like we're like these tough guys or these city girls and whatever you want to, you know what I'm saying, portray, it's like at the end of the day, everybody wants to be loved. Everybody wants to find their person.
Yeah.
Everybody wants that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Some people, it just feels more far-fetched than others.
Yeah.
So yeah, but in that situation, I got a few friends with they had kids and their situation was lovely.
Yeah.
And it's not that I was jealous of their situation. I just like, wow, I really want that for myself. Like I wish I could feel that for myself.
Right, like that feeling. You just
because I know it feels good. You made people. Like what's the TikTok like? Yeah. I've really made people.
You made people, and and the person you made the people with, y'all good.
And that's like
y'all together.
Unconditional love at its finest. There's only a few people that can give unconditional love, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? That's children, dogs. But you know what I'm saying? You don't feel that, especially as a man. I would say in America, I don't know, you know, for other countries and other parts of the world, but as a man, in my opinion, I don't think we're often loved unconditionally. Most of the times we're loved is conditional by what we provide or what we are able to do, or you know what I'm saying? We're loved based off the things that we can provide and do. Women, children, dogs are more so loved unconditionally. At least they get to experience it. You know what I'm saying? Men will get to experience it when they have children, or that's why you see men with dogs, and you know what I'm saying? Because whether your dog can doo-doo right in the floor, you beat the crap out the dog. You know what I'm saying? Let somebody come to the door, dog ready to go to war.
Right.
He still got your back. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like unconditional love. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and that's kind of like the just,
Yeah, I feel that. Okay. On the song Up One, you inserted a clip of Funk Flex shouting you out. How did how did you get on Funk Flex's radar? Do you know?
I posted one day and tagged him.
That like just
Chase
like
Dreams Not People. And the crazy part, the song was out for like a year, wasn't it? Song was out, and I think I just made a post one day.
I like that song too.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And I just I made a post one day, and I you know, just content, like, let me post my video. I posted it, and you know, you tag random people. The video hadn't even had like 5 likes, and one of them was his. So I'm like driving after I literally posted this guy in the car and was like going somewhere.
Yeah.
And then like my jank started going dumb, like notifications was just rolling. So I'm like, what is going on? I look at it and I'm like, oh, that's fake account. That gotta be fake account.
Right.
You know, so I know I just tagged them, but
yeah,
that's gotta be like a fan page or something. So I think nothing of it until my phone just going retarded, like don't.
Yeah.
Like to go viral with your notifications on is actually surprising. You'd be like, yo, this phone will not shut up. Like, so it was doing that. When I looked at it, he had posted it. He was like, I don't know who this is, but this is like crazy. This is dope.
Yeah.
And then like, I guess people just started tagging me crazy. So he updated the post and was like, Marv.P. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And yeah, that's Funk Flex. That's a staple in hip hop. Like,
legend.
Yeah, so that meant a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times you may not get the validation you want from like the people you want it from, where you from.
Yeah.
But like that meant a lot. That's hip hop. Like
that's hip hop, and that's the new age we in.
And it's like you can't.
Social media.
Come on, in 2018, bro. After that happened, I was like, you couldn't tell me that. They just gave me like a new sense of confidence. Like I had confidence. I was pretty confident, but like that's Funk Flex telling me like
he don't even know you, and he just
dope. You know what I'm saying? It's like, come on, I don't care what John on the corner say. Like you can now. It created the perspective like there is people that will not like your music. There is people that will like your music, and then there's a gap of people who will respect your music.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And you grow that perspective from things like that. That's where that perspective came from me, and it was like, it's Funk Flex, man. It was crazy. And then I actually got to like talk to him. I was trying to get him to get me up there on a freestyle.
Yeah.
But I was pulling for that hard.
That would have been crazy. That would have been crazy.
Would have been crazy.
That would have been crazy.
I would have blacked out.
Because he didn't have people on there that we don't know. So it's like, that's not far-fetched.
He really, because when he told me, he was like, I kind of just, it's like, because I was like, yo, I don't know how you do it or how you go about picking these people, but you know what I'm saying?
Oh, you talked to him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, right after that happened, another situation happened where somebody was trying to scam me. And then we ended up talking on the phone.
The scammer?
No, me and Funk.
Oh, you and Funk?
Okay. Yeah, like he was like, yo, boom. And I just like called him.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, boom. And we got to chop it up for like a little bit.
Okay. All right. The song, you said Chase.
Chase Dreams, Not People.
Okay. I like that song. Can you say like the first, like that opening line?
Fake ass, fake titties, fake hair, fake nails, fake lashes, but yet she want a real nigga.
She want a real nigga.
With no job, hella fly, high maintenance and bougie. I don't even know how niggas deal with you.
All right.
Like,
so
that came up. We was actually in Atlanta. We might just need to go back to Atlanta and just finish. Like that came one of the mornings in Atlanta. We just woke up. We was in Atlanta working.
Yeah.
And he was in the room cooking up across from me, and I really just walked in and he was boom, and that was done like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Crazy.
I ain't even got a question. I just want to hear that line one time because it makes all the sense in the world when you think about it. You know, fake lashes, fake this, but you want a real nigga.
And it goes into that conversation too of like we live in that was 2018, but we live in 2021 where it's hilarious that women want traditional men, but they're the furthest from traditional. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like fake ass, fake titties, fake hair, fake nails, fake lashes, but yet you want a real nigga with no job, hella fly, high maintenance, and bougie. I don't even know how niggas deal with you.
Make it make sense.
Yeah, it's like, okay, the concept of like, I ain't even get into like the paying bills concept that starts the argument or what they feel like men should come with, provide, and offer versus what they come to the table with. It's that conversation.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I think it was just I think that song was so successful because it was so blatantly in your face.
Right. You can't run from it. It's no
when you hear those lines, like, you can't not agree with that. You like, I don't know how niggas deal with you. Like, right. You know, like, so yeah, that's a whole nother conversation.
Conversation.
Yeah.
All right. So what's the difference between a mixtape, a EP, a LP, and an album? Because I honestly, at this point in time, most of it all goes on streaming services. So it's like, what's the difference?
My definition, maybe not the real definition. So the difference between EP and LP is the length.
Okay. Well, first, what does EP and LP stand for, if you know?
EP is extended project, extended play,
and LP is long play.
Yeah.
Extended play and long play. Okay.
Yeah. So the difference in the length of them are the difference between the EPs and the LPs.
Okay.
Now mixtapes, I just feel like the difference between mixtapes and EPs and LPs is like, I guess, originality. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could use, like, on a mixtape, you'll see somebody, like, basically do a freestyle or a cover or something like that. You don't see that on somebody's album. That's not, like, or their actual EP. You might sample something, but it's not like, I'm going to just use the works of somebody else. And then mixtapes is like, I don't know, it's like the not official way of releasing a project.
Okay.
And then coming up in our era where mixtapes was like, that's how you hustle. The project, when you come out with the album, everybody was coming out with mixtapes. When you come out with the album, like, that's your album.
Yeah.
You took this crazy seriously. This is a thought, a complete thought. This is, you know what I'm saying, like, what you wanted to present to the world. Now, mixtapes, in my opinion, just showing off your skill and your talent level. It's like working out musically. You know what I'm saying? So
okay. Are physical copies and vinyl important to you personally as an artist, you know, coming up in the streaming era?
Yeah, I like having physical things.
Matter of fact, I think I just seen you drop off some physical CDs in Carolina, right?
No, that situation was crazy.
Okay.
That situation, he had those CDs from 2015.
Oh, that was dude who had them.
Yeah, so he actually gave me one. I didn't have my own CD from 2015. Like,
that's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that was like me back then. I used to really hustle like that. Just like, let me put these hot songs. We didn't have no project back then, so I was just putting like our best songs on a CD and hustling them CDs. Like, okay, like $1, donate whatever. Like, get the CD. You know what I'm saying? So that was our way of like getting our name out there. And dude, which his name is Keith Sykes, an amazing person who always books us in Fayetteville. He had like, what do you have, like 50? Like 35 to 50 of these CDs. I'm talking perfect condition. Like, it looked like I printed them today.
That's crazy.
Like, some of them never opened. The writing on the... And then the cover, the sleeves I had them in was white. So you could tell if they would have aged. Like, they was well taken care of. Like, man, it was crazy. But that's how I used to hustle. But I used to realize, like, if I put all these songs on the CD, and that's how I used... You know, I take that money, then use it to like, okay, let's try to do this, or let's try to do that to further what we got going on. So
okay,
yeah,
I think that the album that got Bel Air on it, what's it called again? Lewis. I think that'd be a dope vinyl cover. Yeah,
we actually had that CD in a Target.
Really?
Yeah,
I ain't know that
when it released. Yeah.
Okay.
And then I did like a photo shoot with that. Shout out to Amid, you know what I'm saying, in the art department. That's the one who helped bring that visual part of that album together with the cover and the posters and everything.
Right. It's simple, but
we took it back to the posters for that one. Like, you know how like you used to like grow up and like in the album it would come a poster.
Yeah.
Like we had the whole 9. So.
That's dope. All right. So I've seen videos of your live performances, right? And I know that you can actually rap. Now I know you can rap. I've seen you rap a cappella sometimes, but then other times I see you rap over the record. Why do you choose to rap over the record? Because in my opinion, I think that kind of it lessens the performance value.
For me, the number one factor in whether I'm playing the whole record and the performance track, because I have performance tracks pretty much everything. The size of the venue.
Got you.
The quality of the sound. Let's say, but this a lot of those times too was before I had my own DJ. Shout out DJ Lee. You know, you dealing in different people's spaces with different people DJing and different people's equipment.
Right.
So a lot of times at them earlier points, the sound wasn't right. So would I rather have you listen to me rap and the sound not be right, or me just play the whole track so I can at least know you got it how we delivered it.
Got you.
And I'll rap with it to create the experience.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That makes sense. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, a lot of times it's for that purposes. We really rehearse and practice and these performances and stuff like that. Sometimes it's really just like we might be in the middle of a set, and a lot of our stuff is not set in stone. Like I don't go into a show saying this is what I'm gonna do only. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
I really have been learning to master. I wouldn't say I've mastered it, but I'm really good at reading energy. So once I start to like my set starts and I start to take you on a journey, or I take you to whether we're going up or down energy wise, that set kind of like is being really put together then. And because I have DJ Elite,
right,
I could cue that's my entire catalog in a second.
Right.
My entire catalog is sitting there, so I can do whatever I want. So if I pull out a song from 2016, I may not even remember all the words,
right,
but I know it well enough. But I'd rather have you get this experience.
Got you.
Than me, you know what I'm saying? Because if I stumble, then it's like you're more critiquing than being entertained.
Got you.
And I'm not really worried about stumbling. That doesn't happen too often, but it's like, you know, I'd rather the experience.
It's different factors
to feel the record. Yeah, because when you, let's say that it's your first time hearing it.
Okay.
I want you to get that record. Like, I want you to get what I intended for you to get from it.
I got you. Okay. How do you prepare for a live show? Everything from picking the outfit out, you get to the venue, talking with your DJ, the set list, just little personal routine things. Like, lay it out for me.
Preparing starts weeks before.
Right.
Of kind of getting a gist of what I want to do. Like lately we've been doing things, which is very interesting. We're just doing different versions of songs live. Like we was in Carolina and I mixed prayers with the song Mirrors, which is the outro. I mixed the intro with the outro of the same project. And it was like...
That's dope too. Like when she come on singing in Mirrors?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Shout out to Johnny. She actually got a EP out too.
Really?
Yes. And it was produced by Calvin Mirage.
Okay.
I was involved in that project by the grace of God, you know what I'm saying? Blessed to be around talented people again, you know what I'm saying? And her project's incredible, so that's another name you can check out. But yeah, so just doing creative things to keep the interest, and I enjoyed it. That's the like part of this that's like nobody really, I think, pays attention to. It separates you from the average rapper, the average artist. It's that, am I just gonna go rap the same song to you every time? No, I'm gonna do it different ways, and you know what I'm saying? You might like it when I do this way. Like it'd be so fun to do stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Just like expand these records. So
okay. What's the biggest crowd / venue that you've performed at, and what's been the smallest?
The smallest and nobody.
Well, the smallest is in like you know, you got the
the smallest I would say like what, 10, 11 people. That's the smallest.
Okay.
The biggest I would say was I don't know the exact number. I was like 30,000.
Dang.
Yeah, I performed the halftime show for the Wizards.
Really?
Yeah.
Is there footage of that out anywhere?
It's pictures and stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
This was 20. I don't even know the year that was. 2014, 15.
That's dope.
Yeah, and they had a like a talent competition. They picked the talent from that competition to perform at the halftime, and I performed a song called "Skin Deep," which is not out anywhere at this point. But yeah, I performed that for the halftime show, and it was like a sold out crowd. Like,
that's
felt
super
amazing.
Dope. Super dope.
Felt amazing. But that goes to being able to perform with like when I say size of the venue, because like in that situation, I performed with the whole track because I mean they didn't give us any ears, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, but like it's to give that live experience. So, but yeah, the biggest I've performed in front of was like 30 plus thousand.
What's been your favorite show up until this point? If you had to choose one.
My shows. It's like I
mean like the exact show, the exact venue.
Okay, so
like that kind of thing.
I could say my favorite show this year was at Chicho's. Shout out to my guy Nato. They throw the extra large parties at Chicho's, and it was a rappers lineup. It was me, Ryan Loop, and Intellect. Yeah. It was us three. No, and it was another person, I think. No, it was it was either another person that was us three. I forget that part. But the energy was incredibly high, and I felt like the challenge was like, who gonna have the best set? And that was like our competitive nature. It wasn't like we was competing to like wash each other up, but it was like, yo, who gonna rock this jank the craziest? You know what I'm saying? So like, I enjoyed that. Like the energy was so good in that space. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was like all positive. Everybody from the audience to like us in the show, the DJs, him hosting it, like. The energy was crazy. I really enjoyed that show. That's one of my favorite shows this year. And like the crowd was nuts. They was into it. But that's because the energy was there. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So but other than that, I like to do I think intimate spaces are harder.
Are harder?
10 times harder.
Why?
It is so much easier to do like that 30 people see it's only hard for people because they fear the amount of people. Yeah. And if you have a fear for the big crowd, I guess that would be your struggle. But the intimate spaces are harder. It's less people, which makes it a higher percent that they're not gonna rock with you at all.
But see, I would think that would be the exact not opposite, but like most of the times. Okay, so I go to a lot of concerts, right? Mm-hmm. And my favorite concerts are the intimate ones, like the Norva, or like something where it's like 200.
But for artists, that's the harder ones to do.
That's the best concert for me to go to.
They end up being the best because it's more personal. Right. But performing, and think about it, so performing in front of 10 people.
Well, 10 is like, that's 10.
Well, let's say, okay, average intimate crowd, let's say 35. And it's like, it's a chance that all 35 of those people not rock with you.
That's tough.
That's a tough thing to do. Tough. And you got to keep the set going. You still got to do you. Right. And it's a chance that... Okay. But so then imagine you in front of a couple hundred people. Mm-hmm. The odds are lower. Like, it's a chance that more of these people going to rock with you than not rock with you.
Right. And if you got thousands, the energy going to be there. Because... It has to be there.
Yeah. It's a great chance it's more of them going to rock with you than not rock with you. But when you get into that room of like 25 people and they just not feeling you, I mean, fortunate, I've been blessed to have great music and a talent for this, you know what I'm saying? But I can't imagine somebody that's like trying to do this and may not be good. You get into that room of 25 people that do not rock with you, that has to be like incredibly discouraging.
That's a long set.
Yeah, a long
That's
set.
a long set. That's a long 25 minutes.
And it's challenging mentally because it's like, now do you leave that like discouraged?
Right. Like, should I keep doing this?
Like, that man, they got to do something to you mentally. For so, like, them intimate rooms, in my opinion, are a lot harder.
Okay. All right. I'm going to say a few names, and I want you to tell me what they mean to you personally. Like, you don't got to go too deep, but just, like, when I tell you the names, just tell me the first thing you think of and what they mean to you. Okay. For real.
Legend. Inspiration. Great person.
Pusha T.
Lyrical. Great person. Rap. Like,
rap.
Yeah. Rap. Like, I rock with Push for Daytona was crazy. I've Definitely. Always liked Push music. You know, of course, we from the area. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So like, but Daytona was like, in my opinion, one of the best projects. He went crazy.
Every song. Yeah. No wasted bars.
Yeah. No skips. Like, replay value was incredibly high.
It was like, 7 songs?
Concise project. Yeah. Like, and that's kind of what we do too. Well, we've been doing this since like 2018 with the super concise projects. Mm-hmm. It's like, you're not going to skip any song. If it makes the project, you're going to rock with it. But yeah, Push is a solid thumbs up.
Definitely. Amir Driver.
My guy. My guy. Like, literally, like, man, it's not many friends you have in this jank, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not many genuine people out here on this music stuff, man. And that's one of the most genuine people I've met musically outside of music here. Like, my guy. Yeah.
DJ Leak.
Little brother, yeah. Like, I'm the youngest. Where in my immediate family, like I'm the youngest of 4. But they became my little brothers. Like DJ Lee is definitely like little brother.
Okay. Uncle Joe.
Uncle Joe from the album Lewis.
Yes.
Everybody knows an Uncle Joe. You know what I'm saying? Uncle Joe is a vague concept of a person. But the message was the most important.
It was such a dope message.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? A lot of times people chase, you know what I'm saying, everything in the world, but when you get it, you won't be happy. So then you start to value the little things, and you start to value the people that value the little things. You know what I'm saying? Somebody just as simple as Uncle Joe, just like his agenda is just to take care of people. He like, you know what I'm saying? He's that guy, like, and he's actually more inspirational than the person who has all of these things. You know what I'm saying? And like, even how that story played out in that song is that the one guy has these incredible amounts of millions of dollars. You know what I'm saying? You would think he would be loved for what he probably have done for people, what he has. But, you know what I'm saying, when he passed, it's what was a few people at his funeral.
At his funeral.
You know, and that's really just people to try to collect. They try to collect what's left behind. But then you look at Uncle Joe, who's affected so many people and touched so many people's hearts and have done so much for people and helped people. And he has hundreds of people at his funeral. You know what I'm saying? Everybody that loved. He was loved. So it's what do you want to go out as? Would you rather go out as this guy, or would you rather be Uncle Joe?
Yep. Yeah, that was a dope skit.
That was real life. That was my oldest brother narrating that.
Oh, really?
That was an actual real conversation.
Okay.
Yeah.
J. Cole.
Inspiration. Like, I've actually met him like 3 times.
That's dope.
Great person. And never ceases to not inspire. And like, when I get to where I'm going on my journey, and when I get to that level in my journey, I wish to be as leveled, mellow, and thoughtful as Cole. Cause just from the times meeting him and being able to have conversations with him, that was a very thoughtful individual.
Okay.
Not was, is.
Is.
That is a very thoughtful individual.
Okay. I hope I don't mispronounce his name. Wynell Cuffey.
Wynell Cuffey. Wynell Cuffey is a guy that played the saxophone on Grammy Street. And I'm actually saddened because I haven't seen him in years.
I seen that video.
Yeah.
It was a part of what Grammy Street video, right?
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
He was playing the sax. And, you know, usually you don't pay attention to people like that. I like to talk to the older heads. You know what I'm saying? They got real game to offer. But, like, that was, like, really a normal, regular day on Grammy Street.
Mm-hmm.
Literally. And I recorded it because he'd be like, record this. Let me give you some game. And he'd give you, you know, a few gems. But, like, yeah, I hope everything is all right with that guy. But he was a great spirit. Great guy.
Okay.
And
Lewis.
nice with that. He nice with that saxophone. He nice with it.
Yeah, I can tell by all y'all faces. Yeah. He was killing it.
Yeah.
Lewis.
Me. My middle name is Lewis. So I guess if you're watching this, you know my whole government now. But, so yeah, Lewis is created as to have a self-titled album that's not about Marv.P.
Right.
So now, because most people didn't know who Lewis was, so now you could be Lewis. You could be Lewis. They could be Lewis. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It made it to where like anybody could be Lewis, because that was the perspective I wanted to write into it. Is like a lot of those songs. You got the songs like Bel Air and stuff like that, but like the prayer is actually like, if I could say a prayer to myself, what would I pray? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it was like that.
Okay. From the outside looking in, it looks like you're really enjoying the process of the slow grind to success. And it seems like, correct me if I'm wrong, that it's important for you to make an impact right here in the 757 before you start to move outward and go other places. It seems like it's important for you to get it rocking right here first. And you think, do you think that well, not do you think, is it important for you to make an imprint in Virginia first before you start to venture out? Because some, they want to just go to New York, LA, Atlanta, and get it popping there first. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but their goals is different. Their goal is to like make it. My goal is to affect as many people as I can, touch as many people as I can by doing what I love. And the challenge is, I want to impact Virginia because I won't say nobody because I don't know everybody's agendas, but I don't feel that people really try to. I feel that people recognize it's hard and then they just go to where it's maybe not harder for them. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And then everybody has the effect was like, Virginia don't show nobody love. It's a tough crowd. It is, and I can agree to that. Virginia is a very tough crowd. But I've seen the love that I receive grow. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Here. So I really like that, and I have different goals for Virginia. You know what I'm saying? To make an impact in a long term thing. So will I go somewhere else? Yes. Will I travel? Yes. But will I always have Virginia in my heart? Yes.
Okay. All right. So, going back to your childhood, teenage years, mm-hmm. you started off singing. Mm-hmm. That's how you began your musical experience. Mm-hmm. Would there ever be a time where you make like full on R&B records? Because I seen you kind of dabble with Dandelion, but you didn't really go all the way there.
The crazy part, Dandelion is another one of the records that almost never seen the light of day. That was Kyle's pick. I took that off every time it made the list. But maybe. I enjoy it. And then a lot of the singing stuff that you would hear, if it's on mine, I probably wrote it. So I enjoy writing that type of stuff. It just has to sound right. And I'm more of a fan of music. So if I can get it to sound right and I know the person that can get it to sound like I want it to get it, I'm going to just reach out to them. You know what I'm saying? Because this is what you do and I know you would murder this. So let's try this. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times that's how it happens. But definitely a thought. It would be nothing to make a singing song. It's just more like of what I want to.
Okay.
Or let me get in a mood one day and it just might happen.
Right.
So.
Okay. In the melodic era that we, are in right now where, melodies are pretty much what's dominant. Mm-hmm. Do you think it's still possible and is a high chance of a traditional bar rapper, even though I know you say you're an artist, but like somebody who's like heavy on the bars, heavy on the lyrics, to still pop?
Yeah. What's dope gonna sell? What's dope is gonna sell.
Shit, what Drake said at the end of Pound Cake, he said only real music's gonna last.
Yeah.
All this bullshit.
No, for real. What's dope? It's the same concept as like drugs. If it's good, people gonna want it. Mm-hmm. It's just getting it to the people who want it. You know what I'm saying? It's like real. Look at Benny the Butcher and them.
Yeah.
You don't see them. I haven't heard a melody from them yet.
Right in that
and
question,
they rap.
I thought about Griselda, but I was like, they've been at it for a long time.
Yeah,
it took them a long time to get on.
You pop through, and I don't mind it taking a long time because that means I'm gonna be there longer.
Okay, right.
I know the tricks of the trade. It's gonna be harder to get me out. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like you could easily just help me walk inside the door, and I not know what to do when I get inside the door.
Right.
But if I done ran around the block and I did everything to get to that door, when I get inside, I'm gonna know what to do.
Okay. All right, random question.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So what do you think would happen if the internet really died?
A lot of people be lost. A lot of people be lost because they look to social media for validation. And a lot of people are only who they... Like, social media made it so you could create whoever you want to be. Like, you could create this fake person. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are not real. They're not real people because of social media. They post a picture, and if social media says they're ugly, then they believe they're ugly. If they post a song and social media doesn't share it or nobody engages with it, they think it's a bad song. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we live in this world, so if the internet really died, like what happened when Instagram stopped for what? A half a day?
Yeah, like half a day.
people were losing their minds because they're not living in a physical form. They're living on the internet. That their entire existence, who they are, what makes them feel confident is on the internet. So when you take that away and then you have to be you in the real world, are you you? No, because they're these made up people that they've created. You know what I'm saying? So like, let the internet stop. I hustle in person. You know what I'm saying? You see me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have shows. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. It's the same concept. People have hundreds of thousands of followers and can't throw a show.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You throw a show and nobody comes. You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, I hustle on the internet and social media, and I appreciate that for what it is. But I appreciate real life for what it is too, and real connections with real people.
Yeah. Yeah, they say the most valuable things you can have is a relationships in this thing.
Yeah,
you know? Yeah, for sure.
Cause that's gonna last.
Yep.
If I unfollow you, who cares?
Right.
But if you've met me and like, yo, this is a good dude, solid. I had a good time. We hung out. We did this, did that, third. Mm-hmm. You can't unfollow that.
Can't unfollow that. Okay. Let's talk about the outro prayers off your second album. How deep are you into religion? If you care to speak about it.
I don't know if I would say deep, but I'm a believer of God. And I have a lot of my own thoughts on it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I would say I have a personal relationship with God. I don't have a public. I mean, I would say I have a public relationship because I'm not afraid to like include my thoughts or perspective on religion and my beliefs in the public light. But the part that I value the most is my personal relationship.
Okay. I noticed you mentioned your granny a lot in your records.
Yeah, that's my dog.
Describe your relationship.
I was just with her for Christmas too. An honest person, great person. Like, I love my grandma. One of the most honest people I've ever met. Yeah. Give it to you straight, whether it hurt your feelings or you like it. She telling you like it is, and you need people like that. You know what I'm saying? You absolutely need people like that. You need people to hurt your feelings if it's honest. You know what I'm saying? She's not worried about what I feel when she says something. She says it because like she genuinely thinks that, feels that, and believes I need to hear that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And she's very accepting of like who I am as a person, what I want to do. It's like, it's so easy for people to kill people's dreams. You know what I'm saying? But my grandma and my mom, they never like killed my dreams or told me like that's impossible. You know what I'm saying? They supported it, and that's like key. That's key to like the beginner level of confidence you have as an artist.
Right.
It's like having people that are accepting of what you're even willing to do, but that just comes from an open mind because they come from generations where you're not just following your dreams.
Right.
You know, you're following this little stencil of how to be successful. You go to school, you get a job, or you go to college, you get out of college, you get a job, you work this 9 to 5, you retire, then you do what you want to, and then you die. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So for them to come from those eras where that's like what they're used to and still be accepting of what you're trying to do and open to it and not kill your dream but encourage you,
right,
is important, and I value that, what she's done for that on that level for me.
That's dope. All right, so we're going to touch on one more topic before I let you go. Mm-hmm. Langston Blues.
Yep, Langston Blues.
I just recently saw you with the rest of the cast in the 4-hour play that was at Granby Street. No, not Granby Street. At Granby Theater.
Yep.
At Granby Theater.
On Granby Street.
On Granby Street. So give me a quick little synopsis of the play without giving the whole thing away.
Of like the overview?
Yeah, just a quick little overview on what people can expect, because I know y'all are taking this thing on the road.
The second show is February 7th at Virginia State University.
Yep.
Directed by the amazing director, Deanna Lee. Zaya Productions.
Yep. Youngest person to sell out Granby Theater.
Yeah. Youngest black woman. Youngest black creative. Youngest black woman. And I think youngest
person. Period.
period,
Yeah.
to sell out Granby Theater and occupy that space. Yeah, but I would say the overview is it's a story of if you come from we come from these rough environments, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And things are not often in our favor. I look at it, I explain it like chances and choices. You know what I'm saying? Life is a game of chances and choices. And our choices determine our chances, and our chances kind of determines what choice we have.
Right.
And where we're from, you don't get a lot of options. So it's people that's from these environments that have dreams and aspirations to do different things other than what they're made to do where they from. You know what I'm saying? And it's a tale of that journey and everything in between, from love to heartbreak to, you know what I'm saying, streets to just real people. You know what I'm saying? It's a story of real people. But yeah, if you haven't seen it, I suggest that you pull up to Virginia State University on February 7th to see it. It's
Dope show.
amazing.
Dope show. All right, tell us a little bit about your role as Big Mitch.
I'm an unk. You know what I'm saying? I'm an unk, and in my opinion, I'm a good unk. You know what I'm saying? It's bad ones out here in real life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I wish to help these younger brothers get out. You know what I'm saying? And I have hopes and dreams for them. Everybody lives their life based off how their cards are presented. Like, I did this because this is what was presented to me, but I don't always wish to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I want to take it here, and I want to help other people get there. So that's kind of my role.
Okay.
It's like I'm that person in this whole big picture of people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How'd you get that role? Like, how did you and the director or whoever called you to set that up? Like, how did y'all make that happen?
Audition. I actually had another role. In the beginning, I actually was Chris in the play.
Which one is Chris?
He's one of the guys.
Just one of the guys.
Yeah,
Got you.
he has a role. He's like Chris is like Reese's like best friend.
Got you.
It's like they tight. But yeah, that's why I started at when I first got into that role, and we was on script. That's why I started, and I wanted Mitch. Like, I wanted that character because I was like, I could really, especially when I read some of the monologue parts. Like, I was like, oh man, like the part when I was talking to Mouse.
Right.
I really wanted that part because I was like, I can snap right there. That'd be like, you know what I'm saying, my Oscar moment.
Right.
You know? So I really wanted it, and I just kept really pushing to get it. And then she let me try it one day. Like, yeah, all right, try it. And it was me and a few others. We kept rotating who was Mitch. And I was just like, nah, when it's my turn, I'm going to just wild out. Like, I'm going to nail it. And I just felt like I had the passion for it, and I had I was able to, like, pull out what she was trying to show.
Okay. Was that your first time on a stage like that? Like
in a
acting?
play?
In a play.
Yeah. My first time acting. Well, my videos though.
Right, your videos is kind of
it's kind of the same thing, but it's not in play format.
Cause play that's live.
Yeah, because like for Bless My Soul, I had to act in Bless My Soul.
You did.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I've never took acting classes or anything. So, but acting in person is a lot harder.
I'm about to say, how comfortable were you like once the play started and you realized like this is real, like real live action right here?
Pretty comfortable. I don't get stage fright too often. You know what I'm saying? I center and pray before. I say a little short intentional type prayer before I even go on any stage for real. But yeah, I don't really get stage fright, and I be like so excited to like see it through. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, yo, I know what y'all finna get because I've been excited for this for months. So now it's like just delivering it the way it's supposed to been delivered. Like, that's exciting to me. So yeah, I love it. Like, I love that connection with people and connecting with people in that way.
Right. What kind of ceiling do you think this play has, as far as like how far it can go?
No ceiling.
No ceiling.
Anything. Nothing has a ceiling. You give things a ceiling. You know what I'm saying? It can be whatever you dream it to be.
Okay.
Like whatever she dreams this to be and how far she dreams this to go is how far it will go.
Okay.
She just rented the Grammy Theater out.
Crazy. Seeing it wrapped around like that, everybody dressed up. And,
line from Granby to Baxter's.
And everybody come in, act accordingly. It was dope.
Come on now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I could imagine easily in the beginning, you're like, have self-doubt. Like, can I do that? Mm-hmm. And then to execute and do it. You have no ceiling now. It's just do whatever you want. And if you did have a ceiling in your own mind,
throw it away.
That clears it because it's like, I didn't think I could do this and I did this.
Right.
So now everything that I think that I can't do, it's like, wow, it's like more possible now.
Right. So
there is no ceiling.
Last question. Talk to me about Puffin Mike.
Puffin Mike. The legendary Puffin Mike, man.
Because I'm tight that I can't get to it because I leave, Monday, so I can't get to it on the 22nd. But talk to me about it though.
Legendary Puffin Mike, man, over at Growth. Great friends and partners over at Growth, man. We created something special. It's an open mic that doesn't give you an open mic feel. It gives you a show feel. It's fun, man. The people that come are talented. Of course, it's Puffin Mike, so it's weed friendly. Yeah. But BYOW, we're not providing it. You know what I'm saying? So, man, it's just fun. It's like, that's one of the platforms that I've created, and it's like, the goal is to create these platforms where artists and spaces where artists can come and be and thrive and network and build and grow and succeed within it. It's like creating a community within a community. You know what I'm saying? And we did that, me and the team. I don't take any sole credit for any of this. You know what I'm saying? A lot of things I might have been the visionary for, but without the people around me, and like the Calvins, the Testimonies, DJ Leaks, Bit Leaks, a lot of these things, they help bring these things to life. Everybody plays a role, you know what I'm saying? So, but it's to create these spaces so that artists have somewhere to build and grow, because that wasn't a thing. You know what I'm saying? Everybody talks about how Virginia's so like separated and nobody's together and nobody like even wants to unify, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But nobody attempts to unify it. Right. So this is my attempt to unify. If you're an artist, a creative, whatever you do, just come be in these spaces. That's for Puffin Mike. I also have North.
I heard about that too.
Yeah, North Music, Social, and Networking. Is to like do what people try to do on these things in person. Okay. So if you're a videographer, you're a photographer, you're an artist, you're a painter, whatever, come be in these same spaces. There's money to be made in these spaces. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like,
opportunity.
I might be looking for a videographer. You might be looking for a videographer or somebody to join the team to help execute your vision, or I might need to know somebody who throws shows. It's everybody's there does something. So come out and be amongst everybody, and just whatever dream or vision you working on, whatever you're working on, is somebody in that room that'll help. Right. You know what I'm saying? And that are super dope at what they do. So, yeah. But Puffin Mike, January 7th, season 2, bi-weekly, every other Friday, is going down. Hosted by me.
Marv.P, man. I appreciate the time.
No sweat, man. Thank you.
I appreciate you stopping by. Is there anything you want to plug?
My friends. All of my friends. That sounded super country too. My friends. Man, shout out to Calvin Mirage. So I'm fortunate to have one of the greatest producers ever, you know what I'm saying, to work with. So
let's get the camera on real quick.
You was over the text and look at caught in action. Boom. Hey y'all. On we. So like Calvin Mirage, Testimony, you know what I'm saying? If you do not know who any of my friends are, I suggest you find out who they are, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to DJ League, shout out to Big League, shout out to Zaya Productions, Deanna Lee, shout out to Ryan, aka Nova Rain, you know what I'm saying? Another incredible artist that's from this area. Shout out to who else? Shout out to Amir Driver, made it Norfolk. That's my guy still. That's my guy. Shout out to Lee Cole. You know what I'm saying? All of my friends, man.
All right, man. Appreciate the time stopping by.
No sweat.
Until next time. All right, that's it.